Okay, I want to play a game with
Yes, I
you.
love
I'm calling
games.
it party leaders and party poopers.
Wah, wah.
Okay, which leader do you think would make the worst roommate and why?
Oh God. I think first of all, Jagmeet Singh would be the best roommate because he took care of his brother and he cooked for his brother a lot. So like him for sure.
True.
I think Pierre, because I think Pierre would be the kind of person who would like, I think he really likes his space organized. And like, if I want to leave my socks hanging out somewhere, or if I'm in, like, if I like, it's kind of like where my wife doesn't like my basement area because like I leave all my stuff everywhere. I feel like Pierre would also not like the disorganized mess of my brain. And so if he saw my stuff hanging out there, he like, why is this not organized? We need to organize this thing. This is a mess. How do you live like this?
Do you think Carney would be strangely chill with the mess?
I think he would look at it and he would just shrug off and be like, ugh. Like
He'd
he wouldn't
be like
want to deal with it.
disappointed, but he's like, I don't have the energy to
exactly.
he's like, put it downstairs.
This is not a me
or something.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I like that answer. I like that. Who do you think would ghost you after 3 dates? Which leader?
Ooh, Singh.
I feel like he would ghost me too.
You know what?
Yeah.
I feel like in his younger days, he was a bit of a playboy. Not so much that like he would like necessarily be rude to people, but like the dude's got swag.
Yeah.
Right? Like
and you can't have swag without some ghosting, you know?
Right?
You can't
Like,
have one without the
if you're that cool, you probably got other people interested in you. And like he doesn't need me. He's got better people out there.
Jagmeet fucks? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
You said not me.
I love it. Okay, who do you think is most likely to be late to their own press conference because they were scrolling?
Because they were scrolling.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, 100% it's gonna be Pierre, and I'll tell you why. Because he's gonna start scrolling through, and it's gonna be like, oh my God, China did what? Oh my God, Mark Carney's dad said what? And he's just gonna keep like smelling his own BS. That's the problem.
And spiraling.
Right?
Okay.
The other two would probably get
He has
bored.
people around him that are like, hey, buddy, Pierre, please.
Right?
put
Like,
the- yeah.
Because the type of people who get stuck scrolling, and I'm one of them, are the people who like smelling their own like crap. You know what I mean? Like you just keep getting fed stuff, and you're like, yeah, that's good. Oh, a dog now? Oh, back to politics? Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
How old is Pierre?
He is technically a millennial.
Okay, so he's in the same generation as you.
But he is like 1 year removed from being Gen X.
Okay.
So a lot
you
of
don't claim him as millennials so much?
No, here's the thing, right? Elder millennials have gotten to the point now where they are in their mid 40s, and that just gives off Gen X energy. Versus the youngest millennials are still like 28, 29.
What do you think's the most Gen X thing about Pierre?
Oh God, everything's broken. The world is awful. The world is so bad, and it's like, yo, you guys were part of all of that. Like, why? Like, millennials are the ones who are cleaning up the mess, and like Gen Z are just like, yo, we don't got to live in this, do we?
Yeah, it was funny. Like you talk about the split in millennials. I saw a TikTok, a very educational TikTok yesterday. That was I'm Gen Z, but it was saying Gen Z is kind of split in the middle as well, where those who actually like graduated and had like a bit of a taste of adulthood before the pandemic, and those that like missed graduations and were like deep into it. So,
and it
like,
was rough. That sucks. Like,
yeah,
it's awful.
Yeah, I'm glad I got 1 year in the workforce before it all went to shit. But okay, you're stuck in an elevator for 3 hours. Which of the leaders do you not want to be in that elevator?
Maybe Mark Carney, simply because the dude knows too much, and I wouldn't be able to like have a BS conversation with him.
You won't be able to.
You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, like at least with like Pierre and Jagmeet Singh, I'd be able to like ask him like what their favorite color is, their favorite band, and get into a fight with them over nothing.
Right.
But I feel like Mark Carney would just be like way too level-headed, and he would know too much, and I'd be like, man, this isn't fun. I can't press your buttons. Like I'm stuck here for 3 hours. I want to have some fun.
Like have a little something.
I want to
more.
stir the pot a little bit. And I
Yeah.
feel like I can't do that with him.
See, I would pick Carney just because I would appreciate someone that you could be like, oh, this sucks, and then they'd be quiet, and we just have a like
Sit in silence? No, I can't sit in silence.
No,
I would go nuts. So I would keep talking, and he would keep correcting me. That would be the problem.
Right. Okay. And you're like, we're not here for this. If you're at a house party, who do you think's getting too into karaoke?
Too into karaoke. Oh, definitely Sing.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got that energy, right?
Yeah.
He loves being around people, and he loves
Yeah.
like he really is a socialite. Like you can just tell that.
Are you saying there's a direct correlation between former playa and karaoke all-star in middle age?
God, is that the pipeline? Is that it?
It could be.
Well, then he could also, if he also wanted to unwrap and like do a hair whip.
Yeah,
right? Like
he's got that move. None of the other boys
get
have
a little
that
bit
move.
of wind blowing. Like
Yeah.
he could really look good.
Yeah,
doing
I would hold the wind machine too. I'd volunteer. Don't worry, Jagmeet, I would do it. If each party leader was a classic like high school archetype, who do you think's like the theater kid, the jock, the team captain? Who's giving what energy?
So you know what? Carney is the jock, oddly enough, because he played
hockey. The hockey
right?
boy.
And hockey boys are like the stereotypical like jock in Canada.
Yeah.
And so like you got to give that to him. And like I don't think Pierre is the president of the debate club. I think that Pierre is the guy who wanted to be president of the debate club, but Jagmeet got picked instead.
Right.
And so he made it his entire life's goal of that year in debate club to constantly win every debate. But what Pierre actually is Pierre is the guy who maybe got the second or third role in the school musical.
Oh,
He's a drama kid.
No, he for sure. Big theater kid.
And what's funny is that a lot of people on the right, a lot of these like content creators on the right are just theater kids who like found a different path in life. Like literally Ben Shapiro's whole thing was that he wanted to be a Hollywood scriptwriter. And I don't know if you've seen Lady Ballers, but like those guys cannot write comedy or a script at all.
No, maybe honestly, maybe if we just had more funding in the arts, there would be less conservative commentators.
Listen,
You know?
I am not.
They're not going to like that take, but
There's a joke I could make involving 1930s Germany, but I really don't want to make it.
they were just a bunch of theater kids just trying to be heard.
Listen, if art schools were more, if they let in more students, could have had a better world.
Frank, I'm dead. That's so funny.
It's really hard to word that appropriately.
It all comes down to just letting theater kids freak like fly. Oh my God. Okay. Last one for you. If you're forming a dodgeball team, which leader are you picking last?
Pierre's got an arm on him, so he's
Does
getting picked. Yeah, I mean, like, because he's been doing the whole working out thing so that they could like appeal to female voters, which is not going well for them with the whole biological clock thing.
No,
it worked for all of like 3 months until he opened his mouth. But Carney, because he's getting old. If you saw the dude skating with the Oilers, he like you can tell that he knew how to skate at one time, but he's getting old. Right?
See, I would pick him on my dodgeball team because
the strategist.
Well, the strategist, but also he's no disrespect, but he's little. Like he's
hard
not
to
a
hit
big.
him. Hard
Exactly. And like if I remember elementary school dodgeball, it was always this little kid.
Hide in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. They would just like turn sideways, and you're like, oh, find my waist. Like I'm not there.